Next on Worcester News tonight, for the first time in nearly a decade, arena football will be back in Worcester. Plus, a big fundraiser is held in the city to support kids battling cancer and their families. Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Anna Botari. For the first time in nearly a decade, arena football will be making its way back to Worcester. Wednesday, the city and the DCU Center announced its partnership with the Massachusetts Pirates. Our Cam Jandro was there and has all the details. Cam?
Anna, baseball came back to the city a few years ago with the Bravehearts. The Railers just dropped the puck on their first season and they brought hockey back. Now the Pirates are looking to bring back arena football, a sport the city hasn't seen in quite some time.
Football is back.
This arena is fantastic. It's just going to be a hit.
The city of Worcester and DCU Center welcome their newest sports franchise, the Massachusetts Pirates.
They got a fantastic hockey team. You know, they got a great baseball team, and you know, we're just adding to that. You know, we're gonna be you know, a very, very, very good and high quality football team.
The team will be part of the National Arena League, a professional arena football organization made up of 7 teams. Team president Jawad Yatim was a star football player at Shrewsbury High School. He says bringing a football team to Worcester is something he always wanted to do.
I think that Massachusetts deserves an arena team, and you know, we're finally bringing one back home. So, I mean, we've had teams before, they didn't quite work out, but you know, we'll be different from that, and you can expect us to be around for a while.
The Pirates will be Worcester's first pro football team since the New England Surge, who played from 2007 until 2008. City manager Edward Augustus says Worcester is becoming a sports destination.
It's a sports town, and now we have some local options that are affordable, that are convenient, and that give some great family entertainment right next door.
The DCU Center will host the team's 8 home games when the Pirates kick off in 2018. With the field only 200 feet long and 85 feet wide, Yatim and Augustus feel fans will get a much different sports experience.
You know, just being around here and being able to provide all these people with something to do during the spring and summer that they might not have had otherwise.
It's a really unique brand of football, arena football. It's going to be a much more intimate experience, sitting in the stands and seeing it happen within arm's length distance from you.
Now, there is no official date yet for the team's home opener, but ownership tells me a schedule should be released sometime in the near future. Anna?
Thanks, Cam. Worcester State University students have spent time over the last 10 days raising money to send to Puerto Rico for relief efforts. The Student Government Association got students, faculty, and staff involved in fundraising efforts, including one of big fundraiser. The SGA broke it up into a few different ones, including an online crowdfunding campaign, petty war competitions between all of the departments and offices on campus, and collection jars at all the dining halls. And today, they held a day of solidarity.
Humans struggling who are part of the United States, and that there hasn't been like a nationwide relief effort, or that we haven't really, you know, done anything for the students or the families there yet. It's just something that the students on campus really felt like compelled to help.
Having a day of solidarity is so important, that they're standing with us, right? They're sharing in our pain, they're sharing in our struggle, and they're willing to be part of the challenges and meeting those challenges. It's amazing. It's a great feeling.
Earlier this evening, SGA had raised more than $3,500. They'll be collecting donations through midnight tonight on their fundraising page, which can be found on the university's website. A happy reunion Wednesday for a Mass Academy student and his former science teacher. She lives in Puerto Rico, and after the devastation from Hurricane Maria, she and her school are dealing with a lot of issues. She got a big surprise today from her former student and his Worcester school, who are lending a helping hand. Our Rosalind Flaherty has the story.
Andrew UN wanted to bring his former science teacher to Teacher Appreciation Day.
She really did dedicate me to kind of, you know, push on to learn new things, to try to do things I never thought I was ever going to be able to do.
But his teacher, Tara Mendoza, lives in Puerto Rico. The 17-year-old knew it would be tough to get her to Massachusetts, but her school was able to arrange it.
I just want to show that I appreciate her. I didn't really consider that she would actually come.
Wednesday, the two are reunited. They hadn't seen each other in 4 years.
We as a teachers, we never think that we really make a difference in the life of our students, and that's our dream.
UN School, the Mass Academy of Math and Science, wanted to show just what kind of an impact she has. They raised $2,800 for Mendoza to bring back home.
This is amazing. I know that people join efforts to help people when they know that people are in need.
She says the gift cards will help her students who lost everything. She has pictures of her friends' homes. Many are totally destroyed. Mendoza says about 47% of the island is still without power or running water.
I need to go to a special oasis to get water and fill the cans at my back home. And many people live like that.
She says it will be a while before everything is back to normal, but gestures like this help her get through it.
We're so fragile, you know, we're suffering so much that any light at the end of the tunnel is amazing.
And then today I look back and I say, which teacher do I think really helped me get to where I am today? And I say it had to be Miss Dede.
Rosalind Flaherty, Worcester News Tonight.
Senator Michael Moore announcing the Senate has voted unanimously to enact legislation protecting access to contraceptives in Massachusetts. The legislation filed earlier this year was viewed as a safeguard and a worst-case scenario way to shield Massachusetts women from the healthcare policy rollbacks at the federal level. The bill also ensures various contraceptive options be covered copay-free. It also allows women to purchase full-year supplies of their medication in just one pharmacy visit. Senator Moore says, as a legislator and as a father, I was proud to cast my vote in support of the legislation. The benefits of contraceptive care are immense and well documented. It's my sincere hope that the governor will sign this bill into law. The bill now moves to the governor's desk for approval. Hundreds gathered at the Wachusett Country Club in West Boylston Wednesday night for a good cause. The proceeds benefit Why Me and Sherry's House. The nonprofit supports children with cancer and their families. Money was raised by raffling off various gifts and auctioning sports memorabilia. Co-founder Terry Shepard says without fundraisers like these, Why Me and Sherry's House wouldn't be able to survive.
Resources, because we make sure that over 90% of the money that we receive goes to the families and the children, and so we don't have a lot of staff, and so we try to leverage as much as we can with volunteers and people that help out, which is why a lot of this is all donated.
The Worcester County Reserve Deputy Sheriff Association hosted tonight's fundraiser, which offered a lobster dinner. The sheriff says he's happy to help an organization providing help to kids dealing with cancer.
Families offers an incredibly supportive environment, and you just think to yourself, but for the grace of God, and when you can help an organization like that, helping so many young people and young families get through this ordeal, you just want to help.
Switching gears now, a program offered to people in the court system gives them a chance to recover from drug addiction rather than serve jail time. But the requirements are strict, and sometimes not everyone succeeds. Wednesday, a group of 19 graduated from the program, sharing their stories of strength for others who may be battling addiction. Our Brittany Schaefer has more on today's ceremony.
I need to express how grateful I am that I'm even standing here today.
Michael Kiesner has been in trouble with the law before, but says those days are behind him. He's been sober for 2 years, and Wednesday, the 40-year-old and more than a dozen others graduated from the Worcester County Sheriff's Office Community Correction Center program.
I do take pride in this, you know, they really did help me. And it's funny because I would have never thought I would get along with judge people, probation people, or anything like that, being the type of person I was.
The program is offered to select people in the court system and allows them an alternative option than going to jail.
All of them have substance abuse issues, and they need some supervision. So what we do is we drug test people here so we can hold them accountable. Once they test clean, we offer them things like resume writing, GED program, which they call the high set now, education, substance abuse, anger management.
Kiesner spoke at the graduation and says his 2 children are his motivation to succeed.
And I don't want to die. When I grew up without a father, they killed me. So I don't want them to grow up like I grew up. Like I stay clean for them.
Program manager Fran Pisegna says nationwide the percentage of participants who complete similar programs is low. So today's graduates are strong.
These people that graduated today are very courageous, and they give hope to others that they can do the same.
It's really a special day when you come and you see we had 15, 16 graduates today and people telling their stories about how their life has been changed forever positively.
Kiesner had been using drugs since he was 17 and has a message for others who are looking to change.
There's hope. There's so much hope, and there's many resources in this Worcester community. It worked, and I'm grateful for these people here.
Brittany Schaefer, Worcester News Tonight.
A new behavioral health hospital opens in Westborough with more than 150 inpatient beds. Westborough Behavioral Health Care Hospital started taking in patients 3 weeks ago. It's one of the largest behavioral health hospitals in the region. They offer in- and outpatient services for anyone ages 4 and up. Earlier this year, UMass Memorial Medical Center announced they would be closing 13 of their psychiatric beds, so the addition of more in the central Massachusetts area was greatly needed.
The demand continues to be very robust for the service. We will be providing services to children as young as 4 all the way to older adults. So we will have a full spectrum of patients that we will be serving over time. I mentioned our outpatient services, which will be quite extensive as well, and will be a terrific resource to not just Central Mass, but to the entire region, if not to all of New England.
The hospital is opened 24 hours a day with a fully trained staff. Now to the latest developments on the Massachusetts State Police scandal involving an altered report. Governor Charlie Baker announcing a new superintendent to lead the state police this afternoon. Eli Rosenberg has the latest.
Looking to put the continued Mass State Police controversy behind him, Governor Baker appointing a new colonel today.
I had several conversations with the Lieutenant Governor and with Secretary Bennett, and based on those conversations about a variety of candidates, we concluded that she was the best qualified to take the job at this time.
Gilpin joined Mass State Police in 1994, a career investigator with a story of personal tragedy. Gilpin's sister Tracy disappeared in 1986 and was later found murdered. That case remains unsolved. Her appointment applauded by the State Police Union.
I just had a conversation with the colonel herself, and it was completely positive, and the union's thrilled to get off on a new foot and get things moving.
One of the new colonel's first jobs, addressing the controversy.
Any thoughts about resigning?
That led Colonel Richard McEwen and his deputy to retire on Tuesday.
She knows that we expect her to do a review of the policies, procedures, and protocols associated with editing arrest reports.
These two troopers have sued the department, saying they were pressured to change an October report involving a judge's daughter. Their lawyer says no matter who leads the state police, those federal lawsuits are moving forward.
We are continuing to proceed. This does not change anything that happens in the lawsuits. We will find out everyone.
Colonel Gilpin not available to talk publicly today. The governor saying she had to attend to some personal matters, but will be meeting with the media very shortly. Reporting outside the State House, Eli Rosenberg.